Somebody asked me today what they should do if they feel they have a malevolent spirit or a negative energy influencing them or attached to them. Firstly, acknowledging the fact that you have a negative entity with you is the first step. The fact that you have seen it or felt it, which is the same thing from the entity's perspective, will give it less power. Firstly, do not be afraid. It's easier said than done, I know, but fear keeps the entity close. Therefore, acknowledge the entity, give it respect, say hello, and then say to it quite firmly, I acknowledge your presence, you are no longer needed here. This can be done in meditation or in the waking state, but it must be out loud and 3 times at least in a day. Archangel, I call upon your protection. I ask you for this protection. I acknowledge that this lower entity has been part of my learning experience, and I shall learn from this. I ask you now to bring me your protection on all levels, all realities, all dimensions, and in all timelines. I ask this on behalf of myself and all multi-dimensional counterparts of me associated with me. I am taking action on the physical level, and I ask for your polarity response to this action of your protection. Thank you, Archangel. Repeat this 3 times every day until the entity is gone. Then you take action on the physical level. Now the first physical tool we recommend would be Organite, which transmutes negative energy into positive, therefore repelling negative entities. Wear the Organite and hold it all the time until you feel the entity is gone. If you do this, as I say, the entity shall leave your sphere very quickly. The second recommendation, if you cannot get hold of Organite, or if you are waiting for some Organite to be delivered to you and you need something straight away, the recommendation would be go to your nearest New Age alternative shop that sells crystals and buy a rose quartz crystal. It doesn't matter what size. Keep this crystal with you at all times until the Organite comes. By doing this, not only are you receiving the healing and protective and loving energies from the rose quartz and repelling negative energy and entities by the love exuding from the rose quartz, but you are also taking action on the physical level by purchasing the crystal. One more thing you can do is seek out a spiritual healer or alternative healer of some kind. Choose one who is familiar with working with energies, especially releasing negative energies and repelling negative entities. Look to New Age healers, but if you can't afford expensive healing, then go along to your local spiritualist church where healing is offered for free after every session. Once you have done these things, you should be feeling this negative energy or entity leaving you. You may feel the entity leave you immediately after saying the first message or immediately after purchasing the crystal. These things are powerful and so once you are feeling stronger and more balanced, take a look at why this entity attached itself to you in the first place. There is always a reason. The lower entity is not driven by evil desire of its own volition, but it's attracted to a polarity within you. Therefore, is there anything about you or your lifestyle you can change? Might this be someone else you are closely in touch with that has the entity or entities with them, and one has attached itself to you? Drinking excessive alcohol, taking excessive drugs, swearing, these things will bring these entities it is no longer needed. Follow these steps. You should not be bothered by lower entities again. This includes people on the human earth level, vibration